Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, the tarot readings are going to have to be done Monday, but due to unforeseen circumstances, personal reasons. So yeah, they will be finished on Monday. Gustavo and Teresa. Okay, so, back to the Chariot, the Archetype of the Chariot. So, pretty interesting. So, this is literally the human consciousness and where we're going, and if we've conquered all of our, shadow and all of our different, negative thoughts and just, traverse through all the planes and everything, then this is the card that represents that. We have the 8-pointed star up there, which is representation of pretty much victory and triumph, on his head. So, and then the subjects would be the balance, which is indicated by the two sphinxes, the white and the black one. So we have that going on. We have a very stable foundation, somebody that's very mature, somebody that's very just very stable, mature, and they have their stuff together, their personality traits, they know what they want. We're getting more mature as we go through the Fool's journey, from the Fool obviously, and now we have the Chariot. So pretty much safeguarded. The mind is a safeguarded place, so that's the consciousness right there. We don't like to accept other, beliefs and opinions. So yeah. Alright, and it's also representative of your will. So, if you feel yourself going off of like a deep end, pull those reins back in for the horses, or sphinxes. Alright, now the definition for basically the archetype of the Chariot would be, so this key, then she or he, Eden Gray. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. So he and or she, no clue, calls them keys, because they're keys literally into the conscious, or into into the subconscious, or the collective unconscious. Alright, so the key, this key signifies victory for the triumphant king, who has conquered on all planes, particularly those of the mind, science, and growth. So basically that is pretty much our internal dialogue, that we've conquered all the negative thoughts. Well, not totally conquered. I don't think we can ever totally conquer all of the negative thoughts, but it's more leaning towards the self-realization of self. So connection with self. We have a lot of growth, spirituality, mundane, anything mundane. So we're actually, that's pretty good. So all fields of the mind. Now he does wear a diadem with an 8-pointed star, here representing dominion. So basically he has, control over his mind, and, where he projects, what he projects on who. So the Chariot stands for the human personality, which can be a vehicle for the expression of the self. So yeah, in Jungian psychology, that is the expression of the self, and so we do have the Chariot. So however our Chariot appears would be our outer shell, our bodies, kind of reflects our inner thoughts, our inner dialogue, our subconscious, our consciousness, the ego, the shadow, our personal myth. Basically, I'm still trying to find my personal myth. I don't know what it is. I don't think I know I have one, but yeah, I don't know about that, about the personal myth. I can't find it. Can't really figure out, pinpoint. I'm too eclectic. So, the symbol on the front of the Chariot shows the wings of inspiration. So, above the Hindu sign of a union of opposite or positive and negative forces. So, that is the merging of the shadow, and that is integrating your shadow with yourself to realize, and your true self, your highest self, your best self. So, that is really a representation of finding your good self, your best self. We also have like the cross on there, which I think would represent, good health. So, the two sphinxes are again the outer pillars of the tree of life. Related in this instance to nature and not spirit. So we have nature. The mind is like a garden. Carl Jung would say, the mind is, a garden is representative of the growing mind. So they may be pulled in different directions if the will of the charioteer does not control them. So basically we have to, be in control of what we project onto other people. So in the hands of the king is the wand of will, with which he must control the sphinxes. So, yeah, that is another extension. The wand would be an extension of ourselves. reaching out, trying to control our energy, our focus, what we're trying to achieve or accomplish, anything like that, spell work, anything on the mundane as well. Now the canopy of stars over his head indicates that celestial influences hang over him and affect his victory. So that could be archetypes, celestial victories, or basically archetypes, logos from all these different, planets and stars and constellations and astrological events and etc., etc. So yeah, we do have that, kind of, as a guiding, maybe a roadmap of the stars. Alright, so on his shoulders are lunar crescents. So if his power of observation are faulty, superficial, or fearful, the resulting subsequence of subconscious reactions is bound to be destructive. So if we have a false sense of what is going on, what is truly going on, then yeah, we are very destructive to ourselves, and that is the mind. We self-sabotage, we self-harm, so we have a lot of that falling into that category. Not paying attention to what our body needs, what we're needing at the time, not paying attention to what others are needing as well, your environment, what is going on with you personally. We are very destructive people. So when we don't get our way, we take it out on ourselves, and we think that we're doing something wrong. We're not worthy of this specific thing. Yeah, well, the Chariot's basically here to tell you you're in control of everything. You co-create. You're the co-pilot of your world. You co-create your world, and you are responsible for everything that is wrong in your world and everything that is right too. So the key, key 7 means rest and victory, self-discipline and stability. So once you've conquered all of that, you can actually, kind of just, relax for a minute, and you can actually, start to integrate other aspects, archetypal aspects into your, your being, and you don't want to let them, overcome you, but you want to integrate, good ones, and then, kind of, work on the shadow and see what you can, muster up with your shadow. So what would you say your shadow would, be? Like your personal myth. Do you guys identify with any kind of a personal myth at all? So, the conqueror may not yet have conquered himself. So here we find both will and knowledge, but there is more desire to attain than proven power for real attainment. So, yeah, knowledge is power. So yeah, that's the attainment of knowledge, so that's power. But yeah, if you let that power go, then your charioteers, the sphinxes, are going to go off into a different direction. It can dash off into oblivion. So you need to pull back your reins and see where you're at. So that is, the consciousness running amok, or your subconscious making you feel insane or crazy. It's all about the mind. It's really, really interesting. So some occultists divide the tarot keys into 3 groups of 7 cards each. Now in this case, the number 7 indicates the Fool has reached an outer triumph and is ready to learn further lessons in the next 7 cards. So, alright, the Fool has reached an outer triumph, is ready to learn further lessons. So, we do have that. We have a lot of that going on. We have a lot of astrological symbols. They look like alchemical symbols on his robe here. So we have a lot of that going on. But yeah, when the Fool does, reach to this point, I've never done the whole 7 groups of 7s with the cards. But I do like this, that, the Fool reaches this point of a realization of what he is capable of, what our minds are capable of, are pretty much, integrating our shadow into, ourselves, becoming one with ourselves, kind of having a more harmonious balance between the left and right brain hemispheres, connecting the brain, more harmonious coexistence with nature. So we're not, destroying nature, we're not hurting nature, we're working with nature to actually, integrate all of the positive aspects of ourselves into nature. So we're actually helping it, and we're trying to help, global warming, and we have all that stuff going on. But yeah, this is a pretty important card. So the Triumph of the Fool. So what have you guys triumphed over? Anything interesting? Anything fun? But yeah, I do love this card. It never really made a lot of sense. I mean, we have the water down here, which is, behind him. So it's pretty much, it looks like the water is propelling the 2 side wheels of the chariot. So that would be the propelling, or the subconscious kind of, not being in control. So that's when this needs to come in, and we need to balance So we need to focus and we need to step back, because one of the charioteers, one of these things, the sphinxes, are going to go out of control, go completely like the opposite direction. So that is like when you split the right or the left and right brain in half. Literally, they've done it before scientifically. That is neuroscience right there. If you guys can look that up and find out what happens when that part is literally taken out, because they've done it for people with depression and schizophrenia. They used to do it, but I don't think they really do that anymore. I hope not. But yeah, like I want to go to point to the light there. That's my left brain, or my right brain, making my finger go the opposite direction. So that's literally what that is. And then when we have a whole here, when we come together within ourselves, we actually integrate both aspects of the brain into one, and then we can actually achieve things like what would your triumph be? Clairvoyancy, clairaudiency, all of the clairs, all of that. So yeah, what do you guys think? I really like this card, I really do. It kind of looks like the White Sphinx, though. It's about to kind of like take off and embark on some kind of a journey higher upward, whereas this Sphinx right here, the darker one, would be the shadow aspect of ourselves. So that's a perfect balance between the shadow and the true self of ourselves, obviously. So yeah, that's basically the archetype of the Chariot. So I mean, the driving force, our driving force behind what we do. So our energy, our will, everything that we think about and plan ahead, and then we come to this, and then we triumph over what we've thought about, pondered about, and tried to incorporate and integrate ourselves, and then we have a kaboom. We have a big triumph. So that's pretty good. It's actually really good. What else? Let's see. So his wand, I would say his wand. Definitely. And then the crescent moons, so that's another symbol of the celestial bodies. So we have we can connect those with Lucifer, or we could Venus, the night star, or the morning star, whichever one you want. So those could be indications of that, the opposites, or the integration of opposites within self. So we have a lot going on in this card, a lot. I mean, I could go on for another hour just talking about the bringing together of the opposites. But I really do like how the water meets the land right here. So that is kind of the subconscious mind coming into the consciousness, realizing okay, I've triumphed over something. What was it? So yeah, that's kind of how we are mustering up all that courage and stuff that we need to do to actually find what it is that we need to triumph over. So yeah, that's really a really good card, actually. Very good card. It makes a lot more sense now. So pretty much, I mean, we shield ourselves, we keep ourselves, a hard exterior to protect our insides from, any kind of emotional trauma or any kind of trauma whatsoever. And then that box closes up, the Chariot, and that gets stored in the back of the brain somewhere, and it shuts. And then once we get triggered, kaboom, that box of trauma opens and Pandora's box has been unleashed. And it's not cool. And that's when we have either our anima or animus, or an archetype altogether, outside of the anima or animus, that takes on, takes us over, literally, possesses us. But it's only an archetype. So it's a collective, consciousness that everybody can relate to in every culture. So everybody can relate to this card in every single culture across the world. It's pretty interesting. Archetypes, aren't they? And then, the synchronicities are, what are, kind of, for guiding us, signposts or, inner work. Like, okay, I'm hearing this, or I am seeing the number 2. What do I need to work on? What does the number 2 represent in numerology? What could I do to incorporate that too? So, if 1 can't be happy, number 2 can't be happy either. So, maybe work on, bringing a triumph of loving yourself more, or integrating, somebody else into your love work on yourself. So there is a lot there. I mean, a lot. This card reminds me of Baphomet a lot, which I really like. So it's pretty interesting. Very interesting. I do like how how he is actually, outside. Outside of the city, pretty much like ready to go on a journey, like a vision quest. So that could be the start or triumph of a vision quest of anything that you're doing, personally doing. So basically anything. Wonderful card. A wonderful card. So how do you guys bring balance and balance the different sides of the brain and integrate your shadow and the negativity and then transform that into positivity and, you know, face those demons? Big air quotes on the demons. But yeah, how do you guys do that? Anything interesting? Anything fun? But yeah, this kind of reminds me of the personal myth again. Not 100% sure. I am still trying to, you know, wrap my mind around that one because it's pretty difficult. It's like, wow. It's like, wow. Alright, let's do some coffee talk. Oh, there we go. So yes, lovely card. Amazing card. But yeah, everybody's readings will be done by Monday. We got a lot of snow coming. I hope that, yeah, I hope it doesn't knock out power. I mean, we're not in the ice, you know, we're way below. The ice has moved way south, so that's not for us now, which is really amazing. So all we're doing now is just gonna get a bunch of snow. Like 8+. Which I love. I love snow. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that full moon was crazy. Just very irritable. Yeah. Very irritable. Alright. Careless. Hello. Have a nice day, everyone. Love from Mars. Aw. Love you. Alright, by the way, found my tarot cards today. Found out I have the same as your old deck, only difference is it's blue with a golden cross behind it. So I'm going to try them out every morning. Just need to learn to cleanse them first. Hello, have a nice day, Ryan. Stay safe. You too. Just sage them. You can just pass them over some sage. That's all you got to do. I cleanse mine pretty much every day because I read so much for everybody. So I've got to, you know, get them, yeah, cleanse them of energy at times. But I think I like when they're, you know, used. They're seasoned. Kind of like a cast iron skillet. It's very seasoned. Alright, Gustavo. Nice. Thank you, my brother. Yes, the wolf. Alright, Spirit Files. Hi. You're very sweet. I think you explained very well and so kindly about the problems with the motivational coaches. I like your motivational coaches. You're right, it's crazy out there. So many of these people don't have a real practicing license or even a degree. But yeah, I don't think these people should be trying to help other people. Especially if you're going to charge, like, I don't know, $400 for like four emails for 4 affirmations. Really? That's crazy. I also like how you explain the tarot card meanings with more than just interpretation, but also teaching us a bit of psychology, origin, and etymology. I really like it. I like the Jungian aspect, or, you know, the depth psychology of the cards, and, you know, what they bring out from our subconscious mind, and how we can actually, you know, integrate that into our consciousness and then our daily life. So it's pretty interesting. It's been really interesting. I mean, they've become more so of a tool for every aspect of life, magic, mundane, everything. So, I mean, literally, they have been kind of acting as my therapist, since I can't see my actual therapist yet. Thank you. Did I say it nicely? Was I nice about it? I was really hoping. It's just these people, they do not realize what they're doing to other people's minds. So it's like they're just, it's another form of brainwash. I know you totally get it, and I love it. I love this. Oh, you're amazing. Alright, let me see. Mama Ganja. Oh, hi. Love your name. The story or theory behind Lilith Eve is that God did something horrible to Lilith. Lucifer and Lilith were deeply in love, so when she died, Lucifer couldn't handle it, but really pissed off God was when he made Eve, except for that, the messed up part is he made Eve to look exactly like Lilith. In his heartbreak, Lucifer saw Eve and aka brought her an apple, aka got her preggers. That's why God loved Abel more than Cain, because Cain was never supposed to exist. That's the theory video. I love learning new things. Yeah, that whole thing, I mean, that's going on biblical. That's biblical mythology, so I don't really take that into, I mean, I do take that into consideration because it does have, really good points. We have different points and viewpoints on that. But, I mean, there's so much, there's 2 creation stories in the first creation story, which is very odd. Then there's, 50 other 1,000 million creation stories, so we don't know. I mean, we don't know. And I don't think, Lilith, I think she's pre-Christian, so she's very much pre-Christian. She's associated with Ishtar. So, no, I think she's completely something separate of what is going on with, the Lilith from the Bible. I mean, the Bible doesn't even talk about Lilith, but Adam was made from clay. And then, yeah, Eve, but, they totally skip that part out. Most, the modern Bibles, but if you get in your older Bibles, then you'll find that. Very interesting stuff, isn't it? I love it. This is why we're, pretty much in the age of Lilith, which, I mean, the feminine, is really, really, it just basically don't become a stereotype of what, the feminist, not feminist, but, the divine feminine. I don't know what I was trying to say there. But no, I totally agree. I like that. Alright, now why isn't my mouse clicking? There we go. I'm careless. Having my coffee and wake and bake. Oh, to these videos now. For some reason, I feel more balanced out. The day, less angry, less annoyed. Ooh. Have a great day. Night, everyone. Love from Mars. That is really cool. I like that. I really, 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 really like that. Thank you. Alright, time is an illusion. Yes, it is. I found you because my friend told me about your channel. Thank you. Thank you. This is the first video of yours I have watched. I have watched many tarot videos and never had it click for me the way it did just now when you were explaining the Lover's card. You're very talented and connected. I will be checking out more of your vids. Thank you. Yeah, it's totally different when you actually apply psychology and depth psychology and Jungian archetypes and all of that into the tarot cards, because they literally are a psychiatrist in a box, or a therapist in a box, so you can work through, difficult problems and everything through just, one card. I've been working with the Temperance card for over a month, just one card, and it's still unfolding more information to me, and it's interesting. Thank you, though. Thank you, and thank your friend. Smoky Shake. Happy Wolf Moon. Love your videos. Thank you. I love you. Yeah, I was crazy. Beautiful. Lupe. Hi, my love. Thank you for everything, Ryan. You're the best. I am trying so hard. I love you, too. Spirit Files. Gustavo. Let's see. Pixie Paws. Hi, you. How are you? My Kim. Hi, my love. I love you. Who else? I think I need to get glasses. Milk Tree. Hi. You guys have some of the coolest names, I swear. Aw, Boo. Hi, Boo. Ashley. That's my sister. Ashley Salt. Everybody say hi to my sister right there, literally. Literally. Pragnum Breaker. Hi. How are you? Alright, guys. So, yeah. Ouch. Ooh. Oh, my foot went to sleep. Oh, my God. Shit. But, yeah. I mean, just, a little bit of psychology. many nights of, listening to the same, the whole, Ion series with Jung, and that, working with that, and then, working with, the archetypes and everything, and then, already having, like 4 years of psychology worth, so it's all kind of coming back to me, it gets stored, and then I start to realize that it starts to become more conscious, clearer, it comes to mind, so, I mean, that, that's a really, really good thing. I don't even know if I have my psychology book. Yeah, I do. And that was a $400 book, so that was for school, when I was in school, so, but yeah, it helps to actually, integrate that psychological aspect of, everything, and then with, the cards, so they're not just for, I don't even honestly think that you can predict the future. You can tell probably about 500 different formations of the future from one card, or a group of cards, but I don't think that you can accurately predict the future, because it's too much, it's too movement, it's too it's moving too much, too fluid. So, I mean, some things happen, yes, if things keep on the same path, but we change way too much, so there's just way too much change. So, I mean, I think they're really great at, giving you an insight into what's going on, actually. One of my sister's sister, and another sister actually, reconnected with her cards recently, and she had, a really good insight into why she was, having anxiety, and, what she could do with it. And the cards did help her with that. So, I mean, I'm glad people are, catching on to the whole, psychological aspect of the cards, and, the actual self-help. Don't rely on these self-help videos, ever. Do the work yourself. But yeah, these mind coaches and everybody, I just don't, nope. Not for me, can't do it. Nope. It reminds me too much of Christianity and brainwashing people, so, nope. But alright guys, I've talked enough, I will shut up. So, everybody enjoy the snow, it's coming tonight. So, it is. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you all very much, with all my heart, all the way from Venus, all the way back down. And everybody, you need to get the new Lady Gaga Oreos. They are amazing, and they're good. And they're very, very inexpensive. So, yes. I will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the amazing comments. You guys are really amazing. So I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.